actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, you are. You're cracking me up. All right, so I have a question. It's interesting because, like, I went to, like, I'm Roman Catholic, and I went to, like, a catechism class after Mass today, while my kid was at religious ed. And we actually were going over this section of the catechism regarding ordination, and then, when a priest does something heinous, their capability of still performing, like, the substantiation and all that great stuff. So, but that's not what I wanted to ask you. I had a question that was actually something I was going to ask in my class today, but I realize it pertains not only to Roman Catholicism, but also possibly Orthodox Christianity. And that is, like, okay, so this is hard for me to articulate, but recently I was reading through, and I don't remember which part of the Bible it's in, but it's when Jesus rebukes the rabbis in the temple. That's like a pretty big event, right? And chastises them for a million things. But when I read that, I hear a message that is pretty much eternal, that in all of your rituals, you can still be completely defunct. And that at that point in history, I won't speak about it today, but at that point in history, they had just lost all meaning behind all of the rituals that they were performing.
Many of the prophets say this. Isaiah says this. Jeremiah says this. You approach me with, hardened hearts.
My question is then, and I was going to pose this in the class today, but we didn't get to it. We got stuck on another topic. But how do we walk that line? Because I feel like sometimes we lose perspective when we do these kind of debates, which believe me, I believe in our rights. I sense that you have some hostility to the Catholic Church. I personally would like to see us reunified at some point in history. I mean, probably won't live to see that day, but I would like to see, the churches unified again. So I don't have any hostilities at all towards Eastern Orthodox, any of the Eastern Rite churches.
Okay, but the problem is that the reunification requires us to join into a spiritual communion with Pope Francis and the rest of the goblins in Rome, and that's the problem.
Okay. Well, you don't need to insult me.
How was I insulting you by saying the goblins in Rome?
Because you're calling the people that I care about very much, you're calling them goblins. And whether or not you...
Yeah, but have you read Fiducia Supplicans? I mean, they're promoting Skittles.
You haven't even answered my question. And see, this is...
I'm not mad at you. I'm just asking you a question.
Bro. If you want to, keep it above board.
Look, I'm not mad at you. I'm asking you. Look, you're the one. Hey, look, I'm not mad. I'm just asking you a question about.
But you're just curtailed insults at me. I mean, I was going to ask you an honest question.
The question: are you a goblin in Rome? You're not a cardinal.
That's where you lose your credibility, is because you can't just come and have like a interreligious dialogue. It boils down to a dispute over rituals.
You took it's not a dispute over rituals. You took begs
the question.
Why don't you calm down? You're the one that's upset. You're yapping. Listen, calm down for a second. Just chill.
No, I know you want to control your show, but you do need to let me speak.
I'm explaining something. I'm explaining something to you. I'm not stopping you from speaking.
You go ahead and try and explain something to me.
I'm not stopping you from speaking. I'm explaining that if I criticize the goblins in Rome, you shouldn't take that personal. I'm talking about corrupt people in Rome. That's not you personally.
Okay, but that doesn't answer my question, and you're kind of begging the question when you curtail insults instead of trying to have an interreligious...
That's called rhetoric. Are you familiar with rhetoric? It's where you joke in the midst of making an argument.
One, I'm a lawyer, and two, I majored in philosophy, and I went to Catholic schools for 16 years, and I have a law degree, so I really know what rhetoric is.
Well, you can tout your... Right, so joking is part of rhetoric.
If you're mature enough, I would like to hear your your perspective on that very narrowly tailored question, which you don't want to address.
I'm happy to address any of your arguments, and I do it all the time, every day. First of all,
religious leaders,
listen, I know that you're used to spouting out, but this is not your show. So chill out. Chill out for a second. Just stop yapping for a second, and I'm happy to answer your question.
I won't, because I'm trying to restate my question that I would like you to answer. And can
I point out that there's a thing I disagree with? I disagree with the way you worded it, that it's a disagreement of rituals. It's not a disagreement of rituals. It's a disagreement of the theology. That's the first point. So it's not just rituals.
Okay, keep talking. It sounds like you're on the right track. You're actually trying to answer the question now.
Yeah, I've always been answering the question, but I like to make jokes when I answer the question because that's part of rhetoric. You should know that. You're a lawyer. You have degrees, right?
Are you trying to curtail insults again?
You're a lawyer. You started touting your credentials. You said you know rhetoric. Doesn't rhetoric include jokes and jabs?
I'm supposed to be a theologian. I mean, you should understand how to be respectful in a debate.
I know. Right? I don't claim to be a theologian. I've debated the top people in the world. So if you want to talk about credentials, I'm one of the top debaters out there.
Okay, bro.
I mean, is that true or false?
You're a real funny character. You're a character.
Is it true or false? Are you aware of that?
I'm not answering your questions. I'm asking you the question. So go on and talk about it. I mean, it's a legitimate question. I'm interested in hearing your perspective, minus the insults.
Again,
if you can do that, if you're mature enough, if you can let
go
of your
you can't
Roman Catholic Church.
So if I make a joke about, listen, if you said that my patriarch was a corrupt goblin, I wouldn't take that personally. I would agree with you. Do you see the difference there? That you took personal something that wasn't about you.
I'm not answering your questions. I'd like you to answer mine.
I mean, I think in your mind you think this is a law court. It's not. It's a open forum discussion. So what's your question?
No.
What's your question? What's your question? Are you going to unmute and ask your question? You've complained about me making a joke. What's your question? So you're not going to state your question. Hello, you're still here. Unmute. What's your question? I'm enjoying this. This is actually fun. Pink Sherpa, are you there? What is your question?